Hello, friend. Most of us are guilty of spoiling our grandkids. What are some of the things that you do to spoil your grandkids? There's nothing quite like the joy of having grandkids. We all think our grandkids are the best, and that's the way it should be. There's an incredible love that comes from grandchildren. I see my grandson several times a week, and I know I'm incredibly fortunate. When we first moved to Washington, I lived next door to my daughter, her husband, and my grandson. We lived in townhomes where our front doors faced each other. My grandson would come over every day, and if I was upstairs, he'd yell out for me, "Grammy, Grammy, it's me, Journey, where are you?" And then I would come rushing down. Just hearing his voice would instantly put me in a great mood. I'd go running downstairs and give him a big hug. He was always so sweet and just as excited to see me. That was such a special feeling. He was a very happy little boy, full of sunshine, and I started calling him my little sunshine. I always had a plate of food for him. I loved doting over him. I loved my family living next door to me. However, I eventually bought a house, and my daughter and her husband bought a house a few months after me. It wasn't the same anymore, but we lived only about 20 minutes away, which was still wonderful. I never thought my daughter Sloan or her husband Asher would have any more children. For years they said that they weren't going to have any more children because it was so expensive. Daycare alone was about $1,600 a month. They wanted to provide everything their son needed to have a good life, which I completely understood, but it did make me a little sad. On Christmas of 2022, my daughter handed me and her mother-in-law a Christmas card. On the card, there was a picture of a stork, and they announced that they were having another child. Julie and I, we were jumping for joy. It was a complete shock, a wonderful, wonderful shock. It was the best Christmas present ever. I'll have another grandchild, and my grandson Journey was going to have a brother or a sister. They ended up having a beautiful, healthy baby boy. Both my grandsons have so much personality. I pick up my 8-year-old grandson once or twice a week from school. He's my little buddy. We have so much fun together. Even going to the grocery store is a lot of fun with him. He's so outgoing. He typically talks to people, especially if someone works there giving out free samples. Then he'll have a conversation with them, especially if he likes the item, the food that they're serving. And I always end up buying him the food to make him happy. Or sometimes he'll just go over there and grab a bag and look at me while he puts it in the basket. He's just so adorable. And of course, I let him because I love spoiling him. Last Friday, I took him out to dinner, and he wanted waffles and bacon. And of course, it's not the best meal, but I often give him what he wants, within reason. When we were finally done and we got up, we started walking. And the table next to us, there was a couple there that was my age. And they immediately said that my grandson belongs in Hollywood, that he's so good looking. And they went on and on about his big, beautiful eyes. And he's so funny because he was saying, "Yes, I know, to the couple. Yes, I know. Everybody tells me about my blue eyes." I don't think he quite gets how gorgeous his eyes are, but it's always a good conversation starter. So the couple, they started talking about their grandkids. So we were going back and forth, and I loved them. I could see the smiles on their face when they spoke about their grandchildren. And then there was another table next to us with a man about our age, and then he started chiming in. So we were all talking about our grandkids. Whenever I'm with my grandson, I talk to more people. When I'm not with my grandson, I really don't talk to anybody, but it's a great conversation starter. We all enjoy being grandparents. It's just wonderful. We all have our wonderful stories about our grandkids. Please share your stories about your grandkids. Leave them in the comments. Please check out my last video. It's a little more serious. It's about the Me Too movement, which I think a lot of people can relate to. This is something that happened almost 50 years ago when things were much different. So hopefully you'll check that out. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.